dusty and exhausted with blank looks on their faces. Well, that's how best to describe the abducted school children from Kuriga community in Chikun local government area of Kaduna State, who have now been rescued 2 weeks and 3 days after they were taken away by bandits just in the early morning of school. The state governor, Ubasani, who confirmed the rescue of the children, commended the president and security agencies for their roles in ensuring the release of the children.
As we're speaking, the children are here in Kaduna, and of course they are here, and as we're speaking, in the next few minutes, I'll even be with them because I saw them earlier. They are in a very high spirit. Of course, the military will hand them over to me officially by tomorrow, but still, they are here in Kaduna. I have been working closely with the military to ensure that we look after them. And of course, we are also trying as much as possible to give them some social counseling and look after them before we eventually hand them over to the families. There was nobody that ever confirmed that the children were 287. But those numbers were just figment of some people's imaginations, which they just went to the media and reported that the figures were that. But today, I met the families with the children. They confirmed to me that the numbers given by the military are the correct numbers.
Well, you should have seen their families who were visibly excited, said that they were jubilating in the village on the news of the rescue of the children early yesterday. We spoke with one of the fathers of the students, and here's what he had to say.
I'm here in the government house to receive my child as the government called us to see our child. But we are here even though we've not seen them. But we have been assured, we've been informed by the governor himself that these our children are with them. They are taking care of them. By tomorrow, they want to do some, they want to maybe give them something. By tomorrow, after treating them, they'll hand over the children to their parents. My daughter is just 9 years old. We've been feeling very bad. Very, very bad, because we cannot expect a small child, 7 years, 9 years, 10 years, in the hands of bandits. How, no food, no drinking water. So how do you, in fact, you have to feel very, you just have to, how will you feel if it's your child?
Well, those are questions from a father. Well, we're yet to see the children, but Channels Television is following the story, and it's expected to happen this morning. We're there live for you to bring you all of the updates. In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has applauded the release of the abducted Kuriga children in Kaduna State. They were actually released in Zamfara State, but kidnapped in Kaduna State, as well as the rescue of the Sangaya school pupils in Sokoto State. According to a statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the President, Ajurin Gilali, the development emphasizes the importance of collaboration between federal and state governments for expected outcomes, especially on matters of security. Well, the President commended the National Security Advisor, the security agencies, and the Kaduna State government, stressing that in situations of mass abductions, meticulous attention and tireless dedication are crucial for achieving the best possible outcomes. The President is also assuring Nigerians that his administration is deploying detailed strategies to ensure that schools remain safe sanctuaries of learning and not lairs for wanton abductions. 2 days after the death of students in a stampede in Nasarawa State, a similar tragedy struck in Bauchi State, where 6 persons lost their lives in a stampede during an almsgiving exercise for the poor in the state. Well, one other person who was injured in the incident is currently receiving medical treatment at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Teaching Hospital in Bauchi. Well, the stampede occurred at the headquarters of the Shafa Holdings Company PLC along Jos Road, and this happened during the distribution of cash to the residents. The police public relations officer, Ahmed Wakili, confirmed the incident to Channels Television and assured that the situation has been brought under control. Meanwhile, in Nasarawa State, government officials have been visiting the families of victims of Friday's stampede which claimed the lives of 2 students. The State Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs, Margaret Elia, who led the delegation, visited Maramaba Edege in Nasarawa local government area and Kubang village in Panda development area of Karu local government area to condole with the families. Now, according to the Commissioner, 19 of the injured students have been discharged, while 4 others are stable and responding to treatment with their medical bills catered for by the state government. And it's a messy situation playing out in what is meant to be Nigeria's premier medical facility. That's a University College Hospital in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, following yet another disconnection of power supply to the hospital by the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, PLC, over what it says is their non-payment of outstanding electricity bill. Now, according to the distribution company, the hospital is owing, 495 million naira in electricity bills.
For every kilowatt of light, hour of light that you see, that you get, or anybody gets, we pay for it. And the downside of it is when we don't pay, we are charged interest. Current interest now is, of course, you know that some few weeks ago they increased the NIBOR rate. So we pay like 27% on outstanding. Now the outstanding is 495. And this is maybe over 2-3 years. Now imagine what the exchange rate was when that money was being owed. What we are supposed to pay when that money was being owed, and what we will pay now when that money is being owed. So we are paying more. And again, I will leverage with you, it's because UCH. What they do is they pay what they want, when they want, how they want. And of course, we do understand that the role that UCH plays is huge and tremendous, and we don't want to, sort of rob that. But we're in a market to survive.
Meanwhile, the chairman of UCH Medical Advisory Committee says that the bone of contention is a tariff being charged to them by the distribution company, which he says is commercial as against their social service status. Take a listen.
We set up an energy committee that will look into the way we are consuming our energy and the availability of funds. They are going to raise funds. They are going to reach out to people with social capital, philanthropists to support and bring in donation as they have been doing. So all these things are in place to make sure that we do that. Like you need to know, the University College Hospital above other portions of the University of Ibadan in terms of College of Medicine and some other things. The Vice Chancellor and the CMD, Chief Medical Director, they are working together to make sure that they resolve this. Because all the bills that we have been hold is not only University College Hospital. College of Medicine and University of Ibadan too is having a portion of it, maybe like a third of what is being said that we are holding. So the two institutions, they are working together to make sure that they defray all this 16 debt and make sure we don't hold any longer.
Oh, this is not the first of such disconnections. Will it be the last? That's a big question. Let's turn our attention to security in the southeast region of the country as the Imo State Police Command is appealing to indigents of the states to cooperate and support security operatives with useful and reliable information that will help in arresting criminal elements fueling insecurity in the state. The Commissioner of Police, Danjuma Aboki, made the appeal during a visit to the oil-producing Agua community in Oguta local government area of the state to inspect the ongoing reconstruction of a divisional headquarters that was completely razed by bandits in August 2022, which led to the killing of 4 police personnel.
We came to assess the rate of work, again to assess the security situation, to enable us to redeploy personnel to man these premises, because all the indigenous of the community, they have deserted. They have approached the authority. They want the police personnel to return back to their own town. I'm calling on the citizens of this community. They should expose the bad ones. We need information from them, and all the unknown gunmen will be arrested and brought to book.
Well, traditional rulers in the area say they are happy with the visit, but they are appealing to security operatives to protect them from those they describe as bandits who are taking over their land.
When this place was functional, you can see that the entire community were able to have a sigh of relief. But for now, there's no certainty of everything. We hope that whenever they are going to send personnel, it will no longer be about 4 or 5 people, because Agua is too large to be controlled by few elements like what was there before. So we are expecting over 40 men, so that all this place will be adequately policed. From there, we can know what to do.
A business news now. Chinese investment in the Nigerian economy is visible in various infrastructure projects across the country. Even Chinese companies have been partners to modern changes in Nigeria for decades, and strengthening that relationship is what the Lagos Forum 2024 hopes to achieve. But scholars of Nigerian Institute of International Affairs in Lagos, which is venue for the event, say it is time for Nigeria to redefine its policy with Nigeria. Well, the event is attended by a delegation led by the Chinese Consul General Yan Yukin to the event. Well, outside the country, several opposition candidates in Senegal's delayed presidential election on Sunday have declared rival Bassirou Diomaye Faye the winner after first tallies showed him taking the lead and sending opposition supporters out on the streets for early celebrations. Well, millions actually took part in a peaceful day of voting on Sunday to elect Senegal's 5th president following 3 years of unprecedented political turbulence, which sparked violent anti-government protests and broad support for the opposition. 19 candidates were voted for across 14 regions, and there had been cancellations and postponement of the polls, with rumors that President Sall was seeking a 3rd term in office. But the largely manual election process includes diaspora voting, with hopes that a candidate makes over 50% of the vote. But if not, elections will have to be reconducted in 2 weeks. Well, Channels Television is live in Senegal for you with results of that election as soon as they're in. But Russia has charged 4 men, which it says attacked a Moscow concert hall and killed at least 137 people. 3 of them were marched blindfolded into a Moscow court, while the 4th was in a wheelchair. Well, they were all charged with committing an act of terrorism. The Islamic State group said it carried out Friday's outrage at Crocus City Hall and posted a video. Russian officials, on the other hand, have claimed that Ukrainian involvement are, of course, in this. But Kiev says the claim is absurd. The 4 were named as Daldezan Mirzoyev, Said Akrami Rakabuliza, Samsudin Fariduni, and Mohammed Sobir Faisov. And now to sports news. It was a big weekend for Nigerian sports, not just at the Africa Games, not just in football. As the 2024 Olympic Games draw near, 5 more Nigerian wrestlers have joined Odunayo Adekworoye to qualify for the Games in Paris. Adekworoye had secured qualification to Paris last year following her bronze medal in the women's 57 kilograms at the World Championships in Belgrade. Well, Tokyo 2020 Olympic silver medalist Blessing Aborodudu, World Military Champion Hannah Rubin, Esther Kolawole, African Games champion Christiana Ogunsoya are the other wrestlers who are on the flight to Paris. But add to that list just yesterday, American-born Plateau State wrestler Ashton Matua, who produced a spirited display to overpower South African Justin Van Zyl in a 16-8 pinfall to secure his very first Olympic slot. Well, those are the top stories, big stories, definitely. I'll shape the conversations.